My humbles are regards to the fellow members of the Alpha branch of the Reploid. And now, commencing video.
Gosh, I cannot even remember the last time I've done a Q&A video. It's been a hot minute almost, but to say the least though, I'm finally back on the station with the Q&A because, well, honestly, I miss answering you guys' questions about me and pertaining to my channel and everything else relatable. Hello everyone, my name is Silverreploid CLA and welcome to a long-awaited Q&A video after a long time. It's been like many weeks since I've done a Q&A video, although I know I took one heck of a break because, well, maybe because I was working on some other stuff. I don't know what reason it was at the time, but I know maybe part of that was the reason why I omitted the week that I was supposed to do a Q&A last time. But to say the least though, I'm back, and of course I got a decent amount of questions from every single one of you guys who have been submitting their questions in the posts, which I humbly appreciate you guys wholeheartedly for bringing your questions. But first things first, hope you guys are having a very blessed and safe Tuesday. And of course, before we get started with this Q&A, for those who are new to the channel, thank you all so much as always for tuning in and of course giving this channel a very excellent glimpse. Your everlasting love and support are greatly appreciated by yours truly. Do not hesitate to like this video if you enjoyed, leave your comments down below, and of course, please subscribe for more, especially by popular request, with the notifications on. And with that being said everyone, let's get started with our first question coming from Media Windows Maker. This user asks me, what's your favorite Splatoon YouTuber animator? I know I've been asked this many times before, and like I said, it's very hard to choose from many people who have been watching, who have been animating Splatoon for quite some time, whether they do it with Gmod, whether they do it with SFM, and whether they do it with Blender or any animating software that they use pertaining to animating Splatoon based content. But if I were to choose, given the many times I've seen this amazing user who have been animating since day one, and of course how we've been collaborating with each other, I would go with 2Dev Sensei, not to mention the time that he posted an animation on his other channel. Also, for those who haven't already, I'm doing a little special shout out for him. For those who haven't already, he made a secondary YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, I'm going to add the channel in the description of the video. He posts his Splatoon based animations on his secondary YouTube channel, so let's get him over like 5k or 10k because, well, currently he's doing very well on his secondary YouTube channel. So if you have yet to check him out on his second YouTube channel, his channel will be provided in the description of the video. But getting back to my answer, it is 2Dev Sensei because, well, I love how he does the camera angles and everything, and how he makes some references to certain media that we've seen and put it into an excellent animation perspective. I love the other users I know who actually do the same thing that he does, but knowing him, we go way back pretty much ever since we got ourselves familiar with Splatoon, and of course SF found along the way. Next question comes from Mad Attack, one of the special users who super chatted on my YouTube live streams in the past. He asked me, your thoughts on Kai Kazuo Suzuki as a character. Would you trust him for anything? I would actually trust him for a race in Initial D. Also, I haven't played that game in a while, ever since I went to the arcades like years back when I was a kid. Either Initial D, Need for Speed, Sega Rally, etc. But other than that, he's a pretty chill character. I can also imagine a day in life with him. Koopa asked me, when and what made you dive into the world of Splatoon? Ever since the very time frame when SMG4 showcased if Mario was in Splatoon, where the adorable Inkling herself, Maggie. Well, prior to that, I saw a hint of Splatoon where the gameplay was carried out, and of course how the stuff was panned out. I thought it was a little average at first. Not that I disliked it or anything, but for some reason my interest in Splatoon kind of boosted ever since Mega came about in SMG4. Her first appearance in If Mario was in Splatoon, and of course the many adventures that they underwent together and everything. Then came Alex Spider, who posted an animation where it entails Squid Royale, where the Inklings were battling against each other, and of course it led me to animating Splatoon, even though I never played the game before, during that time. And of course, I met a lot of amazing people who also share their interest and their fascination towards Splatoon. And that's actually what drove me into playing the game itself, getting my own Nintendo Switch thanks to YouTube, by the way. Well, mostly thanks to you guys, because you guys got me there. But other than that, I do feel deep down that there's a lot of wholesomeness within such a franchise on Nintendo. And my love for Splatoon will never ever descend. Why? Because, well, you guys see me live stream it every now and then. Even making posters and animating it itself. GC Fan asked me 3 questions. Number 1, in honor of Splatoon 1, can you make a Gmod/SFM poster picture of you, Frost, and the rest of the family wearing the old hairstyles of Splatoon 1, hippie, and top knot? I don't use Gmod, but I do use SFM, but if I do ever take a notion to do it, I will definitely get to it. Mr. Bean or Bully Maguire? And why? Mr. Bean all the way. Because for some odd reason, I will never ever forget the time in the movie Mr. Bean's Vacation, I would say. The time where he was at the diner and he was trying these seafoods, right? And the part where he was trying the freaking humongous shrimp called the langoustine. You probably asked me, have I ever tried langoustine before? Well, the answer to that question is no, I have not. Nor have I tried tiger prawn shrimp, but hopefully at some point in time I'll get to trying it out in tempura form because, well, I love tempura and I miss eating tempura. And lastly, what forgotten Nintendo games do you know? Most of them are on my Super NES Classic Mini back there because, well, ever since I got the Super NES Classic Mini for the first time, it had a decent amount of games, plus 1 as a bonus for completing Star Fox for the very first time. And of course, most of them I actually added to the console itself years back, ever since I was introduced into how to import more Super NES games to the Super NES Classic Mini. I actually managed to add a few more just to relive those times that I was a kid playing these amazing throwbacks of Super NES games. And even though most of them were successful in being imported, some of them were not because, well, they were unable to be emulated or played in the console itself. But it was okay though, because I was able to actually play some of them that I actually never got to play more often when I was like real young, because, well, ever since the mechanics were like, ever since I watched YouTube videos on how they like do the playthroughs and everything, I want to go back to playing with them. And that's what led me to actually going back to, you know, those times on my Super NES Classic Mini, and thank goodness for the implementation for coming forth. Arigato Nintendo. Blue Shadow Space asks me, what's your favorite series in the world? That is a very tough question because, well, I have been watching a lot of series with my mom lately, and of course, some animation series too. If you're referring to some of the series from Netflix or Hulu, if Netflix, I would say This Is Us. It's a very warm and wholesome and very sad series, but I loved it from point A to point Z. I watched the whole thing in its entirety with my mom. It was a very enjoyable series on Netflix. But in terms of animations, I would have to go with Ruby. Supreme Victory Channel asks me, did you miss Splatoon 1 on Wii U when the Wii U online server already shut down? I never actually played Splatoon 1 a lot ever since it was showcased because, well, I never actually had a Wii U myself, but I have given the console a trial run because, well, back then I used to play Super Mario Maker 1 and, of course, Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U. I never actually gave it a full-fledged trial run with Splatoon 1 because, well, I hadn't had the console back then, nor have I had the, well, I did try a little bit on the Cemu emulator where you can play some Wii U games. And I tried this a little bit even though the control mapping was rather off on the keyboard because, well, I never had a controller at the time to actually like pan out the motion controls and everything, considering that it's been implemented in the control mechanics for the emulators. But the loading screen was so top notch. That was the only part I stopped at almost. But ever since I got this computer right here, right now, I actually gave it a shot. I did try story mode for a little bit. But ever since then, I actually deleted it because, well, I was thinking about going for Nintendo Switch, Splatoon, and that's what I did, and I actually, like, gave it one heck of a thrill ride, if you will. But other than that, I have seen a lot of amazing things with Splatoon 1, and of course, without Splatoon 1, these 2 Splatoon implementations would not have came about, and I'm very grateful that Splatoon 1 actually gave it a kickstart from that time to Splatoon 3. Next question comes from Lil Bro Yoshi Dude, and he asks me, what are you wanting for Third Kids if Nintendo does content expansion? Despite the spawn camping and the spiting shrimp that you did before, I'll answer your question. But getting to the answer to your question, in regards to content expansion, they could do more Nintendo GameCube games. I know they did some returns of some of the Nintendo GameCube games like Super Mario Sunshine and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Speaking of which, that song gonna cost like $60. They're crazy as heck. But getting back to the question, they could bring back some of the GameCube games like Star Fox Adventure, Star Fox Assault, F-Zero GX, many other amazing GameCube titles that they had back in the day, ever since they showcased the old Super Mario throwbacks in one bundle for such a hefty price. They could bring back more of the GameCube games like how they did for the Nintendo 64 and the many other console ports like Game Boy Advance and Nintendo, etc. They could bring back more of those. Because, well, what if people want to like relive those GameCube times? Well, the times playing on the GameCube. Because if they actually were able to play Super Mario Sunshine, they could actually bring more Nintendo GameCube games in the expansion pack for the Switch. Mycon Roberto Titan asked me, what's your favorite episode or video of Alex Spider? I think I might have asked this before. I need to limit myself on correlated questions, but I don't know. But anyways, getting back to the question, to answer your question, Mycon, it would be the time where Inkura and Mario were like fighting against each other with like whatever they were doing at the time when Mario had Flood and Inkura was like having a verbal altercation with him. Ah, here it is. Super Inkura Sunshine, where Inkura was like pulling Mario stunts ever since Mario came to Super Mario Sunshine. I guess it's one of my favorite animations that he did. It's been a hot minute to recall what happened, but given that I love Super Mario Sunshine myself, and given that Inkura did her take on Super Mario Sunshine, it kind of like led my level of interest for that video to like skyrocket and everything. Next set of questions come from David Beery, and he asked me the first one, did you hear the news about the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS online services have been permanently shut down on April 8th? This means no more Mario Maker 1, and Splatoon 1, and the other online games from the consoles. RIP. Yeah, I heard about the time, and it was a very low-spirited time, I know, but to say the least though, it was a very legendary legacy that kind of got a kickstart to everything, even though they have sequels and whatnot. But had it not been for the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS, which I still have, the 3DS, to be exact, despite all that, to say the least, we still have sequels in the course. We can still play some games offline, no matter what. We can still play old consoles every now and then, because, well, if it were not the case, I would not have my Super NES Classic Mini right here, or any other old consoles that I have. And second question, have you also heard about Gmod removing Nintendo property all because of Nintendo? Update from what I've heard, someone's been trolling and it wasn't actually Nintendo. That's messed up. Yeah, I totally agree. I even shared my take on this on my previous live stream when I was playing Side Order again, where people have been like discussing their take on the matter in regards to the add-ons being purged by the troll, when it was not actually Nintendo themselves that actually panned out the deletion of the workshop add-ons in the Steam Workshop. And one thing I also noticed was that Inkopolis Square map for SFM was removed, which was the map that I used to make my side order completion poster, as a matter of fact, because, well, I love the DLC and I wanted to make something in dedication to it, but ever since this stuff has been taking its course recently, I didn't think they would actually remove some of the stuff in there, so it might have seldomly affected SFM Workshop a little bit, even though Gmod, and honestly though, like I said, Gmod did not, the people who use Gmod did not deserve this, because, well, we've been using this software for some time via Valve on Steam, right? And all these years we've been pouring our hearts into our projects, whether it's animation, posters, etc. They would like pan this out like right now. It kind of had me in a bit of a shock, which led me to, just in case, back up everything that I had on my SFM data to my external hard drive. And thank goodness I had this with me, because, well, if I hadn't, I wouldn't have actually panned out the backup. I want to thank my sister for getting this for me, by the way. The whole thing was just messed up altogether. I would do a full-fledged take-on video right now, but I said a mouthful on the stream. But if you hadn't seen it for yourself, it's at the very beginning. If you want to see my take on what I think about the whole entire situation with Gmod's add-on purge, which was not meant to be, head to my previous live stream, my past live stream, and of course head to the beginning where I had the side order, and I tell you guys my full take on it, full-fledged. Alright, I said the last two questions best for last, and this one comes from dear sis Shinigami Kitsune, and she asked me, do you have a favorite song or anime? I would say both in one go, and it would happen to be Blaze Blue Ultra Memory. And as for song, it would be Blue Blaze, because well, Blaze Blue is one of my favorite series ever since they've been introduced to Arc System Works. Also, dear sis, I hope you enjoyed your birthday past few days ago. It was very fun making the posters for these people, and of course, the next person who I saved this one special for last. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, comes from my dear bro, MikuFan3000. And he asked me, hey bro, I want to ask this to you. Number 1, what game made you rage the most? You already know, considering that you've seen my rage compilation. And of course, not to mention how I almost banged my controller on the mic past stream. I don't know if I sent you that clip, but if I have it, I might send it to you later whenever I can. But to be more specific though, it'll be Splatoon 3, because well, why not? I mean, any game can make you rage. No matter the mechanics, no matter the scenario, etc. Hey, do you ever want to try out Danish ramen? I would try out any ramen actually, because for those who don't know, I'm a ramen connoisseur. And last special question, this question is really important. May 17th is coming soon. 10 years since we met. What do you plan to do for our 10th anniversary as bros? I'm going to do the following, dear bro. And for those who are wondering about May 17th, years ago, from 2000... Yeah, that is right, this is 2014 at the time. And we first met back on Facebook, but I've never actually gotten myself interested in Facebook anymore ever since, because well, I sought to new media platforms, if you will. But that's when me and him first met, because we shared our fascinations and love with Hatsune Miku and stuff like that. And of course, we had a lot of amazing memories together. And that's when we transitioned from friends to bros, because well, we also shared our interest and love for Splatoon and many other things that we love to look at. Now, in regards to what I intend to do for the time frame when it comes, dear bro, is make a poster of us, a very special and warm poster that I'll forever remember. And of course, if I'm not too busy on that day, I'll definitely play some Splatoon with you. I might actually do a 10-year anniversary brotherhood or friendship brotherhood with MikuFan3000, because well, I also remember when I helped him reach many milestones on YouTube. I think I helped him reach 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000, and oh my gosh, I never actually thought that he would actually make it that far, and I'm very proud of him for making it that far on YouTube, because both of us share the same goal, reaching this many amount of subscribers on the media, and oh my gosh. So I might make that as a very excellent plan on the 17th. Make a poster before the day comes, and of course, do a live stream commemorating our 10-year anniversary since we first met. And I honestly look forward to it too. Alright guys, so that right there is going to conclude my Q&A video. A long time doing this Q&A video, and you guys asked a lot of amazing questions. And I want to thank you guys so much from my heart for that, even though it has been a long time since I've done a Q&A video. And yeah, here's to many more, even though I have been away from doing Q&A for some time now. But yeah guys, I really appreciate you guys submitting your questions and everything, and being part of this channel, and of course my life and my YouTube journey. And furthermore, here's to many more amazing endeavors ahead of us. But for now guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and of course, I got something important coming up later on today, so if I'm not too busy, I'll definitely get to it. So be on the lookout for that guys, and with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys to it. I love you guys very much. Thank you all so much for your everlasting love and support as always. However, if you like this video as always, do not hesitate to hit the like button, because it really keeps me going. Make sure you also leave your comments down below to tell me what you think of the video, and of course, if there's something that you want to know more in regards to the question that you asked. For those who submit your questions, if there's any more details you want to ask me, any more things you want to ask me regarding your question, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the comment section. And for those who are new to the channel and of course want to see more content, do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification. My social media, Twitch, and of course my song list are provided in the description of the video. If you'd like to request any songs made by yours truly that you can use for your videos, live streams, etc., you may request it by contacting me via social media, and we'll go from there. And with that being said, there are more to come soon. This is Survey Reploid CLE, your humble Reploid / Inkling, if you will. I love you guys very much, and as always, I'll see Reploids, Mavericks, Maverick Hunters, Sigma, Dreamers, I'm a Dreamer too, Inklings, Octolings, Inktolings, etc. everyone. In the next video, stay blessed, warmed, loved, safe, quarantined, musical, fresh in the flesh, off the hook, and I'll see you guys next time in Utopia. Stay tuned for the next video. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys then. If you love music, and if you would like to partake in support of my channel by purchasing music, please refer to my song list down below. Hey guys, Silverreploid CLE here. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Please smash on the like button, subscribe for more content if you're new, and please turn on the push notifications. And also, please make sure you check out my other videos or any video on display and show tons of love and support for not only me, but to those who are also involved. Have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!